Hello again, and so here we are back again. Carrying on, we've got things on a better footing now. We've got a lot more revenue coming in. We've got a feedback loop going with the engineering supplies coming from here, being manufactured by sending petrol from here, which is made by sending oil from here, and of course the engineering supplies increase the oil supplies, so the more engineering supplies we deliver, the more oil we get, the more petrol we get, the more petrol we get, the more petrol we can deliver, the more engineering supplies we can make, and so on and so forth. So it's just at the beginning, but already, and we were able to, after making a catastrophic diversion, trying to create engineering supplies by supplying this station with chemicals. We returned the chemicals to our chemical plant, returned the farm materials, the farm supplies, and we've got this going again, this whole loop, because obviously this had come to a standstill because we were not creating any farm supplies. So anyway, things are now back on track. We've got money coming in, and I've been looking around trying to figure out what the best thing I could rip this up because we're not using it. I mean, look at this. In the building, yeah. Anyway, but I think the best thing to do, we've got farming supplies that we could pick up here. I mean, they're being made, we're just not doing anything with them. So we can get plenty farming supplies. We have enough now, I think, to keep this farm going at a reasonable pace. We could very easily, we got a sugar beet facility that has appeared over here, but it's still quite a way. It's close to our sugar beet farm, but we really want to be taking things far away, or reasonably far away. Not too far away, because if you take them too far, then you get diminishing returns. But I could be taking sugar beet from here to here, and I've got farm supplies that I could just be taking from here to here to boost the production, and it doesn't need much. Here we are. It creates 45 tons of sugar beet, and we can quadruple that with 56 crates of farm supplies. Well, we're making, I mean, last month we made 72. And we're not even picking them up, taking them anywhere. So, mind you, we didn't have any money and we couldn't build any trains. So I think today's little episode, I must try and make these episodes shorter. The last one was like an hour and 20 minutes, a bit long, I think. So I think today's task is to try and easily put more trains on the network and increase the revenue from, because the infrastructure is expensive. So what I think we will do there's also another farm here that produces livestock, so we could take that to our livestock facility here, but at the moment that would involve going up here and all the way around, and I plan on building this section here which will make it more direct. So I think we'll leave that for now. And I mean, they could get the farm supplies too. We could really rock this and get the food production. And then also I have here, well, we've got iron ore that's appeared. And what is this? This is a textile mill. So that creates goods which are high paying, and it wants plant fibers and wool. Now plant fibers we have being made here and we're not picking them up. 144. So we could deliver some plant fibers here, and then we've got the coal mine here, and we could take that coal to here. So we've got lots of potential. So we're going to do it bit by bit, and first thing I'm going to do is build a line cheaply to the sugar beet factory. So we're going to continue the main, this is the main line, although it's sort of in this crazy little loop here. So we'll continue the main line and immediately we just do it, just turn it off. Not care about creating a double track here, because what I'm going to do, we're going to have drop off and pick up. So we're going to have to drop off sugar beet, and then we're going to pick up the food. No, that's slightly in the wrong place, never mind. Okay, we'll do there. So we'll do that for now. And then when we come out like this. Let's leave some space to build them up to 7. So we'll come out like this. And we will aim to join. Might as well just use this track because it's here and it's going exactly in the right direction. Normally I would not do this, have a loop, an exit loop being used by 2 stations, but in the interests of economy, that's what we're going to do. Okay. So we pop those down. I'll just put signals way up. Okay. We'll just join it like that. It's fine for now. Okay, so that's us gotten in and out. And here we're going to come in. It's expensive to build on this farmland, so we're just going to build the, 1 station for the sugar beet rather than building the 2. Does that go up? It does. Well, we'll try and come in using as much cheap land as possible because it's expensive, this farmland. Build here, it's 172, and you build here, it's 865. So that little bit of track there, 6,000. Okay. But we need to get it close to the station. And no matter what you use, I mean, even if you put buses there, you'd still have to build a road, it costs you the same. Okay. Come over on the bridge. It's funny, I like to build tunnels, except over rivers for some reason. I don't like to build tunnels. I don't like to have tunnels under rivers. You can have a tunnel under a river. It's not a problem. You might know I picked the spots. Okay, so coming in, and I picked the signal as well. Alright, coming in, we'll just do it this way. I shouldn't even have done that. Right. Possibly the most expensive. If I put it 1 across, I would have saved a fortune. Well, I would have had to have a kink. Don't want a kink. Move Other waste. Okay. Peanuts in the big scheme. You're coming in, you're coming in. There we go. Okay, and then we'll have fire station. Where can I put it? There's the least farmland to cross to get out. Okay. Bridge. Go this way. And an exit to go the other way. Just because that's what you should do. To have it set up and give you peace of mind that you don't have to worry about I really want a little station for delivering the farm materials, but I'll worry about that later. So we have an entrance for here. We need an entrance for here. I gotta flatten this. James. There we go. That'll do. Okay, entrance in both directions. Exit in both directions. Let's have a look at the old finances because it's end of year. $412,000 now. Things are beginning to rock. Okay, so now we have a pickup. And we have a delivery site. And we have a pickup for food. And we have an exit. And now we can pick up the farm supplies. Let's get it all set up. Well, we can also get things going. Getting this food to here. Yeah, I'm going to build this section. And then the food train will come around. It might, you know, like I say, you have to get used to this idea. I mean, you could build this food train straight across, but, or I could extend the network this way and then have that train join. I could do that too. But you see, this piece of track will benefit this once I connect it up. So I'll get a little handicap here because the food train will take longer to deliver the food, but a positive return here because this train, rather than having to go around here or go around here, will be able to cut through and go to the livestock. So it's six and a half a dozen. You gain in one area and you lose in another in terms of maybe maximum efficiency. But like I say, the whole point of this is it's all nice and simple. Once you get it all set up, you don't have to think about things. It manages itself. Okay, so let's activate the sugar beet line. So now, have I got this the right way around? No, you see that's wrong. Is it? What am I looking at? This is coming out here and going, yeah, so that's right, and it's coming in here. That's correct. Convincing myself it's wrong. Okay, let's keep the finances on the screen so we know what's going on. Put it in the top corner. Oh, just before we activate this, let's see what's happening with the oil. We got a big queue again. Here come the supplies. So that's going to set it all off again. Petrol trains returning. Everything is running. Oh, it runs by itself. You don't have to worry about managing stuff. Just poof, there it goes. Right, so what are we doing here? We are going to have... Also, my trains will be getting old now. It's 1953. Started in 1954, so my first trains will be 20 years old. So they'll need replacing, but we'll be getting the better engine in 1954. Although it has terrible reliability when it's brand new. 54%, I think. So this is going to go to here. Get a full load and take it to the sugar beet refinery, which will be there. Okay. And so now we need a sugar beet hopper. Refitted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, once we get the better train, rather than increasing the amount of trains on a route, if we need more capacity, I can add more hoppers in the first place, because we built platforms which are I can take 4 more carriages on a train before I need to expand any platforms. Okay, so he's arriving. So we want to get ready to take the food that we make. So we go here and we'll make food train. Oh, we got food trains, so we can just clone one. And change the destinations. So we'll clone that and we'll put it in ungrouped trains so that we know which one it is. We change its pickup to here. I don't like doing it that way. Well, we just delete them all. So we go to here for a full load, and we will take it here. And in the meantime, we will build in some track. Okay, and then let's organize the farm supplies. So we want to clone farm supply train. We've got plenty of those. So, oops, here we go. Farm supply distribution. And that is perfect enough. And it's, which one is it? This one. So we clone this one. Not enough cash. Okay, well, we'll just borrow some cash. Get it set up. We'll clone. We change his destinations. Delete. And we will send him to here with a full load and take the full load. For now, we'll go to here, but we'll probably put another little station in there so that he can deliver his farm supplies. So now we're going to have to worry about... This is the thing that you do have to think about. Oh, did I change him out of his group so that I can spot him later? Well, the thing is, he's farm supply distribution. We'll have 2 groups. Right. So what was I saying? What was I saying? Yes, you have to be aware of queuing when you add in, like if you have two trains on on a route and two platforms, well, you don't have a queue. But now I have three trains on this route and two platforms, and if there's a queue, it's okay for the moment because I have this alternative entry, but that is temporary because this line is going to come later. And the idea is that the trains come in here and go around here. So I have to think about waiting areas or just quite simply add another platform. Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. Not enough cash. Alright. Well, we're going to have plenty of cash here. We just bought a whole bunch of trains that aren't making any money. So. Still not enough cash? Okay. Alright. Okay, and let me just do it like that. And I'm probably going to have 2 or 3 farm trains on the route because they're going to fill up real quick. So I'm probably certainly going to have 2. Okay, so that's that. Now, do I have enough money? I can pay something's arrived. Okay, do I have enough money to build another little station here for the... I do like to have a separate station for it. It doesn't need to be big. That's the wrong thing. 3 and... how close? Oh, damn. It doesn't reach there. Let me see. I'm coming in here. Well, I can move that platform up. I don't like having it so close here. Because there's no point because there'll be trains waiting. It'd be so expensive to put it anywhere else. Well, how about we do... put it here. Okay, well this is maybe a good way to show a trick. Little trick. I'm gonna put it here. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. Is he mad, you say? Well, no, because what you can do is you can drag and drop. What is it called? Something but east. So I can control, plonk that thing there and call it Surfing Borough East. And now they're connected. And so now, even although my station is miles away from the farm, it takes farm supplies. So I can put a piece of track like this, and like this, and like so. And then only use one piece of farmland. Although if I can put a signal, I can. Okay. So I made a station to accept the farm supplies, and it will deliver them, and then it will wait. it will wait for the train to vacate the station. But that's fine. You know, all I want is to deliver the supplies. That'll be a waiting bay for a train, and that'll be a waiting bay, and we don't need that piece of track for the moment. We will later. This is sugar beet and what? Grain. So we'll find a use for the grain. Now we want maybe another sugar beet train, because we want to have one waiting. And now we change the destination of the farm supply train to our new station for farm supply deliveries, which is here. And then I'll probably do some cloning. Okay. Right, so now we have the beginnings of another little feedback loop. We've got sugar beet waiting. We got food waiting. Have I got signals here properly? Yes. Okay, so now I want to connect this this line to here. So we either need to prolong the line and come down here, for example, or we need to deviate a little and come down here. Or in fact, maybe what I could do, I tried to keep it as close to here as possible, but what I could probably do, which would probably be beneficial for the whole thing, is just move the whole thing down, keep it in a straight line. So why don't we do that? So we'll go here. Will we? Is that? It's a pretty poor excuse, moving over because you got to go over a bump, but why not? Okay, we'll borrow again. Okay, oh, idiots. Seriously. Okay, what arrived? The sugar beet. Okay, we'll do a three-way junction there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Boof. Down we come. Over the river. Okay, for now I'm just going to connect them in a horrible fashion and just get it connected. That food delivery I can have arrived there. Just by doing, I don't imagine that the sugar beet train filled up the food train in the first trip. So what was that arrived? Oh, the farming supplies. And now it's waiting. So this train, it got 50% from its first sugar beet train. The second sugar beet train is waiting. There we are, it's gone, and our farm supply train is on its way back. Of course we don't have enough signals there, so he's going to wait. So I'll put some more signals. I hadn't thought there was going to be that much traffic coming down that piece of track, so I didn't put signals. So Okay, so the farm supplies is working, so I could add another, I could do with adding another farm supplies. Anyway, let's get this thing finished. So, okay. This food train, when it leaves, it now has a way to deliver the food quickly. It's connected. And for the return, well, you see, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the whole line. Because there's no point in having two lines, and this is actually, it makes more sense if it's here. Given what we're going to actually do. So no problem, we just move it. I'll leave it there. So that's going to come down here now. And that's going to come down here. I don't have to worry about anything because they're going to rip all that track away. Too much signals. Okay, okay. And so this train is going to need access now here. So we'll pop that. Not enough cash. Burning through the cash. Still not enough cash. Okay. I'm not worried. Okay. So now you can connect like that. Like that. You know, you make your best guess when you lay things out, and then, depending on what's happening, if it makes sense to move something, well, move it. Okay, so this is now going to be the outline here. So we'll just leave it like that for now, because it's done, why not? I'm not making this look pretty, it's just to get it working. Okay, and that goes here. And build a tunnel. And then that connects like that. Okay, so we kept everything live while we built that. So this is an inbound, not an outbound. No, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. So this is going to be coming down here. So the train is going to be going in here and out here, yes. So that's correct. That is that way. That is that way. It's that way. That goes up that way. That goes down that way. This is coming up. Okay. Let's get some signals here, otherwise we're going to get blockages. Okay. So the farm supply train should be going before the petrol train. Oh, and also the goods train, the engineering supplies train. Everything is waiting on a breakdown. Okay, so we're just kind of... Okay. There's the food train going. So we're going to have to do a three-way junction here. Oh, and we have a hill too. We could have used that for the junction. Oh well. And it gets in the way of the junction actually. Well, not necessarily. Okay, let's raise. Have I got enough money for this? Oh, 133,000. Where did all that money come from? Okay, there we are. So let's see what we can do here. In fact, is we can build. I raised way too much ground. We can build that like that. Have it go like that. I want to get this done before this food train arrives, so that it finds its way back fast. Okay, and then we can rip this up. Oh, there's the food train arriving. It's now going to go the wrong way around. In a second. Well, let me just, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put this in like this, and then that will allow the food train to find its way. That. Now, what I'm going to do is have a long tunnel there. Oh, well, I managed to do this before the food train arrived. So. I could have saved money. Could I? Where is he? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong train. The food train's probably a way off this way, is it? Oh well, never mind. I'll find it later. Right, okay, so we get rid of this. Okay. And that's our junction that way, and what we'll do is go from here. Signal. Okay, go from there. And we'll go underneath. Like so. And we come off. Like so. It's really fiddly. Okay, like so, right, so that's our simple three-way junction. I mean, there are better, I'm sure there's better ways of doing these junctions, but this is perfectly functional and very easy to do. Okay, and then we rip this bit off because we don't need it. And we only keep the track that we need. So, there we are. Everything should be able to find its way now where it wants to go. If I put the signals the right way. Right. So how are we doing? Money has been pouring in while I've been doing all that. We need to give the trains some tension. And oh, then we also have to rip up this track that we don't need. Finish off. So we get rid of this, and this, and this. All of that is now not needed at the moment. And this, why is he going that way? Oh well, because it was a viable route. We have signals here. It was a viable route, so we took it. Okay. Okay, that makes it a little shorter trip for the trains too. Okay, the reason he took it was because it wasn't a viable route here, due to that little bit of track being missing. Right, he needs a service, so we need some depots on the line here. Ah, it's facing the wrong way. What ein Idioten! Alright, we'll put one that way and we'll put one that way. Okay, and depots we have there. Well, let's put a depot here and here as well. And maybe we should put one here and here too. Something like that. Okay. Right, so we have now created our sugar beet. How is that working? Okay, the food train is working. We need to organize our trains. Let's pause. Organize our trains a little bit better. How many have we got now? 22. Yeah, I would probably want to be wanting to have like 40 odd. So, but we'll get there. Polewood. Where is Polewood? Let's change the name of Polewood to something. Let's change it to what are we doing? Sugar beet. And what is this? Machine shop. So it could be anywhere. So let's call it Moscow. There we are. Why not? Doesn't matter. Hasn't changed the names. Oh, maybe it hasn't changed the name. I didn't want to take. Does it not want to take Moscow? Oh, it does. Okay, everything's changed to Moscow. Okay, so we're going to change this now to, this is going to be farm supplies from Moscow. There we are. So we'll pop that one in there. And then why don't we have food from Moscow? And pop the food train in there. Oh yes, it was to McDonald's, wasn't it? And then these are the sugar beet. So we got the sugar beet. Sugar beet to Moscow. How about that? Okay, so we pop them in there. So now we'll be able to monitor progress. Let's see how things are going. So the oil is now making 139, so that's considerable improvement. The petrol is making 30, so that's good. Oh, why is this just called Moscow? Oh, well. Oh, maybe it was a group I made instead of changing the name of the town. That's what I did. Okay. Chemicals to Edinburgh. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that's making 35 now. Well, it's making a bit more because we obviously have more oil coming in, so it's getting more supply. These are the engineering supplies. Yes, good. There's the farm supplies for the livestock up north. This is the farm supplies for the sugar beet. Food from Moscow. So I think we can have another train. We can probably increase the sugar beet production. What have we got? Oh yes, we got lots waiting. Alright. Okay, so let's clone a couple of sugar beet trains. We got money, right? 80,000. Okay. Right. Clone train. Oh, I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I have no idea where that came from. Okay, so that's a sugar beet up. Although we have one arriving, but he's going to fill up straight away and head off. Is he 178? Yeah, boof. He's out of here. How's production? 45. So we need to increase the farm supplies. Okay, well, we can do that. So we go here and we clone farm supply train, and off we go. Oh, that's incorrect. Oh, no, it is correct. It's going there because it's implicit. Yes. Otherwise it wouldn't show. And I could stop it stopping there by just making it go non-stop. But it doesn't matter. I mean, we got plenty farm supplies, haven't we? We should have tons and tons. We should have excess farm supplies. 23. We're not getting the production because we don't have the pickup. What was your profit? Why was your profit so bad? What are you doing? Oh yes, well you're providing engineering supplies. Well, yeah, these you know, it's going to take a while for everything to be profitable, but we're getting there. Now we have 24 trains. Okay, so we've added sugar beet to our network. We've added food. We've added farm supplies. We moved the main line over a little bit and created an entrance and exit here. In fact, we can get rid of some track that was left over from our previous interactions. We have a tunnel there that we don't really need, but don't think that costs us more than having track. Get rid of this stuff. Okay, so all I'm interested in that town is just delivering food and whatever else we might be able to deliver in the future. What else can we deliver? Alcohol, passenger. I don't want to do passengers. If we can make some if we can take the grain, for example, to the brewery, actually I'm not sure if the brewery makes, I'm not sure if beer is considered food or alcohol. I think it might be some other, I think it might be fruit to a distillery, which makes alcohol. I think the game very wisely considers beer to be food. Right, okay, we have a little three-way junction. We have our main line. We have now have a big sort of circle here, although it's a square. We have a big square, if you prefer. So everything can feed off, everything can reach everything else. All stations are reachable. And we have this little wing, and we have this little siding which we're not using in the moment, and this farm. And yeah, this is how it can develop. Now you see, we could also have had, you know, I could have had a line here and I could have had a line up here or something if there had been something that was viable to do, and then we could have had two separate networks and then at some point connected them. But if I always build everything on the same principle, as soon as you connect up the new network, like if I have a little network here with 4 stations on it, as soon as I build the main line connection to the main line connection that would be here, then every station here becomes available to every station here, and every train here can service every station here. So if you have something here that needs farm supplies and you have excess farm supplies here, well, you can just ferry them up. You don't have to try and make them in this circuit. You can connect the two. So this is the whole idea behind the principle. There we are. That's it for another episode. See you next time. Bye.